Very short and simple video today on how to get the companion Mirri Elendis. Is that correct on how you say it? Not a clue. But we're right here. There's actually a couple notes that you can find scattered between here and the way shrine. Your original way shrine is going to plop you up here. Just sprint up the road and take this quest right here. And then you're going to go find the ruin here, yada yada yada. And while we're watching me struggle to get up the hill, so companions are a new feature that have been added into ESO, and they're very intricate. They're not as kind of cut and dry as you would think. So my first assumption was going to be that they're just going to be a dummy that really isn't affected by the world, but they are. Your actions and what you do directly affect how they view you and what the options are for you with them. So for example, the person that we're rescuing right now, she enjoys when you steal things, but she hates when you get caught. So if you plan to get caught by the guards, her opinion of you will decrease. Now you're thinking, what the hell does that mean? Her opinion of me decreases? Well, she will actually refuse to be summoned by you if you piss her off enough. So if you make her happy by doing certain things that she likes, she'll like you. But more importantly, if you piss her off and you make her dislike you, then she'll just leave and she'll not let you summon her for whole periods of time. Now, what that period of time is, we're still trying to figure out. I'm actually looking at the wiki right now, and it's pretty empty. In fact, the list of like, oh, do these things, it just says ABC. It doesn't even say like what those things are yet. So we're still obviously working on those things. But we're going to just kind of do the quest here so you can see what you need to do and go from there. There is another companion that I'll probably make a separate video for just because I don't want it to become like a, oh, she was right next to me. I'm an idiot. I want to keep them separate because they are separate characters. I'll try to also, when we finish the quest, I'll see if I can go over like what the difference is between the two of them. I'll try to talk about like her specific stuff. So she's a dark elf. She's a thief character. She has her own like shadowy assassin abilities. She has her own different things that you can unlock with her that are kind of specific to her that we'll go over once the quest is finished. As you can see though, for this quest, it's like every ESO quest. Go to a point, run past enemies, repeat. Kill a couple enemies if you need to, talk to people, pretend that you're reading the dialogue. I do love the dialogue, but I'm trying to film a YouTube video. Let's just get through it, you know? Nobody's here to read the quest dialogue, unfortunately. Although they do voice it all, which is impressive. You know, you have series like Pokemon that have not voiced a line ever in their games, I don't think, and listen to what the NPCs have to say. Also, yeah, I have no idea if the Xbox I've noticed weren't working. Like if you tried to pull something out of your craft bag, you basically had to solve a math equation and hit the right trigger a whole bunch of times and back out, then come back in. If you were a guild owner and you were trying to like, cycle through active players, there was really no way to do that, so they fixed that. A lot of those glitches have been fixed. Same with like the listings. If you were struggling to like list items on a guild trader, that's been fixed. At least for me. Now I don't want to pretend that like this is I'm the end-all be-all and I'm the subject point, but I have my own point of view, so that's what I'm using. Also, I do apologize too. This is a new headset. Unfortunately, my other one broke. Oh, grapple. So this is going to take place in the Deadlands / Murkmire. I'm not sure exactly what the quest line is going to mainly focus on. I know it's pretty much before the Oblivion Crisis for those of you who played Elder Scrolls 4. This takes place, I believe, a couple hundred years beforehand. So it's some of the similar things like the book that you saw in the trailer. Obviously, it's the same book that you see actually during the Oblivion Crisis. So that's, neat. Oh, we just saved the girl that's running away. So kind. You'll also be able to, but you'll at outfit stations. You'll also be able to mounts. They seem and up them on the companions for their own. Um, hello. She has a health bar too. I think that one actually went down. Let's be able to summon you and your merchant lady when you have your companion. The other, and also in that same vein, you won't be able to use them in your house, unfortunately. That person does not look okay. Oh, well. Actually, I wonder if I can summon him now. I can still have my merchant out. That's interesting. So technically, as of this point, they're not a companion, but after this quest, they will be. This is the Deadlands. We're in the Plane of Oblivion. You probably recognize these beautiful towers. I have no idea what in the world. That is interesting. I don't remember seeing that in any of the games previously. Also, you will not need to do the previous Elsewhere quest to get the grapple hook. While it is something you had to earn previously, they just give it to you for all your characters now. I guess that the lore Rune's Day side slap is a play that you should thank it so much. How else you're supposed to get up to these crystals? All right. Save this wacko jacko. And we'll continue onwards. A little longer than I thought. Usually it's, go catch a butterfly. Then catch the butterfly and the quest ends. It seems like this is going to be a little longer. Talk to this person who's no longer looking zombie-esque. So they will also be able to fill different roles in your group, and they will count towards. So say you were to take them into a vet dungeon, they would then count as a player. So you would then go from 4 players to 3 players, or if you wanted to do, 2 NPCs, 2 normal players, you could do that. Is there a benefit to that? Possibly. So for example, some dungeons can be farmed on your own. And I think that that's a good example of, like if you wanted to do a dungeon and you just wanted to get through it, kind of on your own, you could utilize these companions to do it. It will still be it'll still be up in the air as to their total effectiveness, because obviously they were in, the public test server. Now they're not in the public test server. So it's a little up in the air on like how useful they'll actually be, but we'll gauge it. We'll go from there. I'll probably put out a video on companions as a whole, and then keep this video specific to this companion. Put out another one on the other one, because you don't technically need both of them if you're not interested. I'm praying that this is the last place to go. And Runestagon is really lathering down the grapple hook points. He's so considerate, for being the... Oh, that's not the right one. For being the Daedric Prince of Destruction, he really is a great decorator. Oh my goodness. We'll leave that in. Alright, where's the fucking grapple hook? Take that bad boy out, and then I pray. Alright, it says exit the ruins. I think this is the last one, and I'm guessing this is where the quest ends. I do know the general concept of these companions, but as far as like the quests and stuff, I wanted a little bit of a surprise. I wanted to know, how many enemies I'd have to kill and buttons I'd have to press. That's exciting stuff quest line wise. ZOS really is good with their quest variety. Alright, so we're going to talk to her. She'll decide to render in whenever she feels like it. Oh, she is rendered in whenever she's done ranting to the world. All right, you now have Mirri Elendis. So now she is she's actually in your collections, which is a very weird place to put your friends, and you can actually hotbar them. So say you wanted to, put this bad boy on here, and you can summon them wherever. Now, there are exclusions. You can't summon them in PvP instances. Where the fuck did she go? Hello? There you are. Alright, let's talk about us. How do you feel? So you're supposed to start off cordial. And that's, where you start off. And then you're going to go either to the right or to the left of this. We'll probably talk more in depth about this as a whole, but we'll just briefly go over it now in regards to her. So you can't. So I'll just read you the wiki article. Mirri is a shadowy character, and she just will not mind if you commit crimes in her presence. She will disapprove heavily if you're caught, however, so you should avoid having you around if your activities are likely for you to get chased by the guards. Alright, so that is the biggest tidbit that I've been able to find in regards to her. She will gain XP. You can use her as a tank, DPS, or healer. You sign her on. You sign her skill bar. You can't control her, obviously, so you have to rely on the AI abilities. She cannot bar swap. She only gets one bar. You can pick multiple skills, yada yada. You level them up. Each companion has a cooldown. Blah 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 blah. And once we know more about the specifics of how to make her happy, we'll go over that. We could talk about cosmetics. We'll actually go over that in a separate video because this one's already starting to be long. It's already 12 minutes. But other than that, I mean, this is the companion. She's combat level 1. She's a little dark elf. You can see that she exists in multiple people's games because there's a whole bunch of her. But other than that, and it's blocked for me because I'm streaming this on Twitch. But in the top left corner, you can actually see her health bar. So all neat stuff. But thank you guys. Until the next one. So happy to see you guys again, and I love you.